The Danish deception guy? Yeah.
The Danish deception.
All I need to say about the Danish deception,
every single time, it's the worst day of my life.
The Danish deception.
The funny thing about Danish deception is that Onyeka is a Nigerian.
By now, I'm sure you all have seen the Danish deception. This Nigerian lady who's based in Dallas was highly deceived and scammed by this Danish royal blood prince, what have you, who seemingly was rich. Yeah.
Poverty has saved me once again, because the minute that a rich white man would have started asking me, my family, or my friends for some money, ooh, baby, that would have been a wrap, because we ain't got it. Have y'all been seeing this lady's story time go viral? Her name is Onyeka, and she was on one of the previous seasons of The Bachelor. The name of this story time is The Danish Deception, where Onyeka, in a 26-part, 25 parts plus the conclusion, talks about how she was scammed by this seemingly wealthy man that she met on vacation and eventually ended up marrying. Now, she tried to keep his identity a secret, but the internet did some snooping and found out who her ex is. This is Martin Firstgard Anderson. Onyeka met him in June 2022 when she was on vacation in Croatia at a beach club, and they pretty much hit it off instantly. He says he's a real estate mogul, competed at the Olympics, is a relative of the royal family, has a booming tech business. They exchange social media, talk all the time, and then he proceeds to sweep her off of her feet, which was really love bombing, because he flew her out to Monaco, Saint-Tropez, put her in expensive hotels, was trying to take her on shopping sprees, but she didn't want to come off as a gold digger, so she let him buy her some fancy sunglasses, and then later over dinner, she professes her love to him. He does the same later on, and then eventually when he starts visiting her in the US, he hits it off with her family and friends as well. And then sometime later, he starts asking her for money. And I'm not talking about no little bit of money. Like, she loaned him $6,000 and then some. And then they do eventually end up getting married and he gets his green card. But the thing is, y'all, he wasn't just asking money from her. Like, he was hitting up her family, her friends. Onyeka's little sister gave him $3,000. Her friend's husband gave him $200K. And there was always some type of excuse as to why he needed it, saying that his money was tied up with the IRS and a whole bunch of other lies. And then she went to go visit his family and saw that the math wasn't mathin', found out from one of his friends that Martin has a gambling addiction that he has been fighting for well over a decade. He convinced her to use her money to fly them out to Portugal to celebrate Martin selling an apartment, and then encouraged her to quit her job where she was making over $150,000 per year because she didn't like it, only for the money to not come through on the deal, leading to Onyeka burning through her savings. Eventually, they do end up getting divorced, courtesy of Martin. He is the one who asked for it, because Onyeka was on his butt about the lies, the inconsistencies, where's the money, and then when he got sick of it, he finally left. And it's crazy how he was able to scam and leech off of her friends and family right underneath her nose.
Let me start off by saying I sympathize with her to some extent, right? But the fact that none of the people, herself included, did any sort of background check on Mr. Royal Prince, Olympics, whatever, is what I don't get.
You should do a background check and a deep social media dive on a man before you date him and take him serious.
What she said. The moment we start talking, I start looking you up. By the time you tell me about yourself, I already know bits and pieces about you. So I don't understand why they didn't look this seemingly perfect guy up. I'm also seeing a lot of people, a lot of black African women making this about race, like, oh, if this was a black man, things wouldn't have gone this far. Obviously, you're able to make those kind of remarks because you have not met black men who are really good at this deception thing, who are really good at this scamming thing. This has nothing to do with this man's race. He could have been green, blue, whatever. If he was good at this deception thing, he was going to execute it well in any color. You can tell that this man knew exactly what he was doing. He's been doing it for some time. Him being able to get money from her, her friends, her sister, the mentor, even her parents, and on top of all that, a green card too. To me, this man sounds more Nigerian than this lady. Only a Nigerian scammer can pull this off. Another thing is, we need to start talking about desperation as women, how being desperate can lead you to things that you never even imagined in your life. She really acted like someone who was too desperate for love, too desperate to be chosen by this man, too desperate for this man to see her as his ride or die, as someone who'll be there through all seasons. She was just too desperate for marriage, okay? To the point where she compromised herself and did too much too soon. Like when she said she told him that she wasn't with him for the money, she doesn't care about money, she'll always be there because she loves him. To her not being able to hold back and let this man prove himself, going ahead and telling him that, oh my God, I love you so much, I feel like you're the man of my dreams, yada yada. You don't do that. And all this in the first few weeks of dating. All I got from all this is that she was so desperate to marry that she ignored all the million, trillion red flags. Even after all this man did, the lying, the deception, everything, she took his passport and green card so this man couldn't leave. Meaning she would have done anything under the sun for this man to stay with her. She went as far as begging him to literally stay with her when this man was fleeing the States, to the point of offering to drive to the airport to deliver this man's passport. And I know for the most part, when you're entangled in something like this, all sense is gone and everything, but it really doesn't look good from the outside looking in. She hung on to this broke, lying, deceptive man for dear life, while he was financially training her. And the saddest part is I highly believe that she would still be in it strong if he did not leave. I highly believe that she was going to somehow find ways to pay back all these people somehow if this man didn't leave. Then there's also a part that made me so angry at her when she allowed this man to convince her to leave her job when he couldn't afford to care for her. But even though I feel like she played a huge role in her being taken for a ride, I'm still happy that she came out with this story exposing this man, because now women will tread carefully around him. Even though I know there are women already who are taken by his lies and everything, but at least the majority of women who are able to use their senses will be able to now tread carefully around this man. And one thing I can say about this man, the audacity. Oh, he's audacious. Asking even her parents for money? My God.
Giving a man money brings you bad luck.
I do not believe in giving men money. I also believe that any man that is comfortable to ask you for money doesn't like you. As a man, I feel like you should not even try to tell me about your financial troubles. You should not even try to have conversations that lead to that with me. Like, no, you shouldn't.
It's a sin to give man your money. Make sure to repost this video and add it to your favorite. The reason why it's a sin to give men your money is because men have dominancy in masculine energy. Masculine energy is all about doing. It's all about action taking. It's all about initiative, right? And so if you come with a dominancy in that energy, why are you not making any money? Why should I take my money as a feminine woman and give to you, right?
And this fake Danish royal prince, Olympics, whatever, also has a gambling problem apparently. What baffled me is that she heard about this gambling problem from his friend, right? And then she confronted this man. He admitted. She went on to ask his family, who admitted as well. But she still went on and added this man to her credit card. Oh, Sana. Otherwise, gold diggers, baddies, slave queens, whatever you call them, will never experience this. I hope that helps. And all the vacations they took in the midst of all this, while they were busy owing the cryptos, the vacations these two took.
To make a long story short, he lies, she forgives him, they go on a trip. She blames things on his addiction. He had a gambling addiction that he didn't tell her, even though he told his family he told her. She forgives him, they go on a trip. She finds out that he has taken $200,000 from her friend's husband for crypto because he's selling watches. She tells him, he lies, she forgives him, and guess what they do? They go on a trip. She now owes all this money. She sets up a payment plan. He goes to GA, Gamblers Anonymous. Things look great. She finds a gambling app on his phone. He admits that he did it. She thanks him. What do? Go on a trip. She asks him to start paying back the money he owes her. He lies about how much money he has. He only has 34 cents, child. Mind you, the only reason why she knows is because she took his bank card, went to the ATM, looked at the amount, went back home, yelled at him about it, didn't leave, but went on a trip. Mind you, she still owes Crypto and Cryptisha money. But then she had to go on a trip. So then he lies to her a couple more times, goes to GA. She forgives him. She yells. She thanks him for being honest. And then they go on a trip. He proposes to her twice. Both not her dream proposal, according to him. They go on a trip. They go visit some venues in Portugal. She goes to look at dresses with her mother. When he's supposed to pay back her mother, he gets backed into a corner. The jig is up. He leaves her.
When you have time, you must really go watch this series. And no, it's not on Netflix, it's not on Showmax, it's not on YouTube, it is on TikTok. There's ladies over there telling her story. Otherwise, let's continue this in the comment section. Also, remember to subscribe, like, share. Until next time, bye and thank you for watching.